That was wicked as hell, man. You know, and that's why the Most High, alright, has set up this internet for an avenue for Jake to show forth their wickedness, man.
Yep.
You know? Because back in the ancient world, you had Jake that would do this shit behind closed doors. But now we're in Babylon to where the internet is showcasing all these niggas' folly, man. You know?
Yep.
Proverbs 28 verse 10. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit.
Yeah, I want to bring out the verse for that again, because it said, them that turn away his law, from here for him the law, his prayer should be an abomination. So your house shall's not hearing you people's prayers, man. And especially during Jacob's trouble, he's not going to hear your cries when you get judged, man. Read that verse again.
Just think about it. If you're living an abominable life, why would the Lord hear you?
You're blatantly disrespectful.
Right.
Well, hey, like we talk about with the women, you know, that we have to deal with. They're talking about, you know, they're the most unprotected women out here. Well, what man's going to protect something that's not his? And obviously, you niggas that are rebellious, you don't belong to your Howard shop. He's not going to protect you. He's not going to hear your cries when you did him the most, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I heard touching on that kind of thing. 2 Corinthians.
Yep.
It talks about how it's ceremonially unclean, right? So when you do these things, you make yourself unclean to be in the presence of your Howard shop, right?
That's right.
Because that's one of the things that he tried to justify. He's saying when you read Leviticus 11, he said when it goes into how the swan is unclean, he's talking about ceremoniously offering up as an idol. That's not what that's talking about. The title of that chapter, it said unclean and clean foods. All right, so dealing with that, okay. Hey, Jake, like you said, Jake will find any excuse to try to justify wickedness, man.
Right.
You know, the ceremonial sacrifices, the Lord appointed the animals that he said he would accept, which is like to say the doves, you know, the goats, things such as that, man.
Yeah, that whole video was basically a unclean sacrifice. Matter of fact, can I add on there?
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah the 1st chapter. That's why the Lord said that he wasn't pleased with these niggas' sacrifices, man. Isaiah the 1st chapter. Let me go there real quick. Isaiah 1 and read verse 11 down to 15.
Isaiah chapter 1.
Read down to 16.
Isaiah 1 and 11. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me?
Yeah, so because this nigga talk about something, we're going to dedicate this day. This is your Howard Shire's Thanksgiving. You know, just madness. Go ahead.
Said the Lord, I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fat beasts. And I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats.
Go ahead.
When ye come to appear before me, who have required this at your hands to tread my course.
Go ahead.
Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moon and Sabbath, the callings of assemblies, I cannot away with.
Yep.
It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting.
Yeah, all of that was iniquity, man. Right? Your dedicated assemblies, all that stuff in the name of the Lord, that was all abomination, man. Go ahead, out.
Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated.
Yeah, see, your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated. Going back to you, Jakes, that's out there and celebrating them holidays as well.
Yeah.
Them paganistic holidays, man.
Like I said in the video I just did, like when you look at that, these niggas look no different than the church.
Come on, man.
I mean, just regular Christians in the world, bro. Just the niggas with Hebrew on their shirt.
Right.
They didn't have a border blue friend zone, man. It says, they are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
Right, you praying to Howard Shire eating pork and shit, man. Talking about the Lord bless this pork. You guarantee them niggas was doing that, man.
Oh, you already know.
That's how you know that was just nothing but straight up
That was folly.
folly, man. Them niggas was set up, man. Ain't no way in hell that was real, man. Right?
Yeah. How shine sangria?
Right. And they knew what they was doing, because when the video got put out, they knew that there was gonna be videos coming after their ass, man. They knew that was gonna happen.
He made a 3-part series justifying that shit. Come on, man.
And any scriptures come out? No.
I didn't even give care to even listen to that shit.
Right, read verse 16 for me.
It says, wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes.
Right, we're supposed to be washed to be made clean right now, man. All right? Through Yahweh Shah, man. These niggas is still in the old flesh, in that old man spirit, man.
Bro, these niggas ain't even base level
Come on, man.
in the doctrine, bro. It says, cease to do evil.
Yeah, cease to do evil, man. You're supposed to put away that shit, man. Ain't no way, man. That's why I said, any Jake that got the spirit of the Lord supping with him through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shah, you gotta be able to see that shit was all set up.
That was bullshit, man. Get that,
When I first saw the video, I thought the niggas was trolling it.
Nah, and I thought it was spiritual because when you look at the name of his page, that shit like it says zombie. It's like 70MVY. It look like zombie.
Oh yeah. That's all intentional.
Yeah, because you niggas is dead.
Yeah.
Proverbs 21:16 lets you know that if you wander out of the way of understanding, you will remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yep.
You niggas are in the grave, man.
Yep.
The Lord ain't hearing you. All right.
In Isaiah 52 and verse 11, it says, depart ye, going into a manner of life. It says, go ye out from thence, touch no unclean thing. Go ye out of the midst of her, be ye clean that bear the vessels of the Lord. So this is essentially what a prophet should be doing. You know, not touching the unclean thing, you know, pretty much. When you go into the word anointed, pretty much be anointed, be set apart from the ways of the world.
Consecrated.
You know? Consecrated, yeah.
This is Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah have taken none effect. For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Right, see, they are all not of Israel, which are of Israel, man. So it's all about the elect, man. You got many niggas, right? They know they Israelites, but that don't mean that they part of the elect, man.
Nah, they weren't born again.
Come on, man.
They're like it says in Ezekiel 37. These are Israelites without the breath, man. You know?
Exactly.
Like I said, you are zombies.
Right.
Your page title is a nomen omen to you, nigga.
Right.
And your congregation, man.
Bunch of dead men walking, man.
Bunch of black and mild smoking Israelites, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory.
Yeah.
And this was a direct provocation to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. That you try to consecrate all this abominable food in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Right? That's that as you go into the war of rebellion, that's an act of war, man. Right? That war of rebellion goes into war against an established order.
Yep.
You know, so when you see things like this happening, man, these men are waging war against the Most High and His Son, man.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 65:3. It says, "A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face."
Yep, continually, man. Jake will anger the Lord continually to his face, man. Jake don't give a fuck, man. They don't fear the Lord. That video shows you the lack of the fear of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Clearly.
Matter of fact, let me start from the top. Isaiah 65:1. I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. Yeah, did you got these niggas say the name of the Lord, but they're not coming in the spirit of the Lord, though, man. That's why in Matthew it tells you, though they say, Lord, Lord, I know thee not. Roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
Yeah. Verse 2. I have spread out my hands all the day until a rebellious people, which walketh not in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. Yeah, and your meals that you're bringing forth, man, those are sacrifices, man. When you eat, all right, hey, those meals that you pray over, that's you giving a sacrifice to the Lord, man. That's why you're not to eat any abominable foods, man. But continue on, it says, which remain among the graves and lodge in monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels, man. That's dead on to you niggas, man. Like I said, you are dead, man. You're in the grave, man, because you don't have wisdom. All right, you are walking without in the congregation of the dead. You don't have any wisdom in you, man.
Right.
All right, continually provoking the Lord to anger.
Right.
You think He was pleased with that video, man? You know? And they said they're gonna do this every high holiday, man. So
What?
They said they did this last year. The brothers out in LA said they did the same shit last year. He said every holiday they're gonna do the same thing, bro. So expect no Christmas, New Year's, whatever. They're gonna turn. They said they're not gonna pretty much worship these holidays in the manner that Babylon does it. They're gonna reconsecrate it to their own making and make the Hawashai Day all these different holidays. Man.
That's why, as we just read verse 2, it said, I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. So at the end of the day, 2/3 are always going to do what they want to do.
Self-will.
That's why the Lord going to destroy these niggas, man. Read one more in that verse, huh?
Verse 5, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou.
Yeah, and that's the spirit he coming in.
Yeah.
He acting like the spirit of the Lord really dealing with them, right?
He says he's King David. You go in that video when he was justifying it, he had a proud look into himself, man.
Big fat hippopotamus nigga, man.
A big greasy nigga, man.
Right.
Yeah, sleazeball, man. It says, these are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day.
Man, and the Lord is gonna get with these type of niggas that's doing this stuff, man. I got one real quick. All right, because yes, you're gonna be destroyed from eating that damn swine. This is Isaiah 66. In verse 17, it says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh,
Eating swine's flesh. Pig, nigga.
and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. You're gonna be destroyed, man.
Yes, so I've been saying as of late, man. Yes, the Lord will destroy you for something as small as what you call small as eating pork. That's an offense because, like the scriptures tell you, when you break one law, you're guilty of breaking them all.
That's right, brother.
So there's no small thing to the Lord, man.
Yeah.
If you disobey him, like you said, that's rebellion. Which rebellion means you're declaring war against the Lord, man.
That's not a light thing, man.
No, man, that's a serious offense, man. And then you're being a so-called leader of your congregation. You're leading men to sin as well, man. So you got blood in your hands, man. This is why, as prophets of the Lord, we're commanded to come out here and rebuke shit like that, man. Because you're leading others to their destruction, man. That's
right.
a serious offense, man.
That's right, brother.
That has something right
Oh,
fast.
go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding.
Right.
Right.
You gotta leave away those simple ways, man. Right here it is. The whole circumcision is rebuking these people so that they can turn away from that wickedness, man. Right? And you know, brothers are bringing out edification and bringing clarity to the topic as to why you're not supposed to do these things.
Right.
So,
But
if anybody that's in the congregation has some sense, they would see all these videos going out and get away from that nigga.
right. But evidently based off of their response, they're sticking to it. They're doubling down, right?
Verse 7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Okay?
So at the end of the day, these dudes, they're wicked. They don't want to accept correction. They don't want to be able to be corrected and repent for what they did because they're right in their own ways, right? The scriptures say that, right, lean not upon thy own understanding, right?
Hey, that's why I say it all the time. A lot of these 2/3 are gonna be niggas with fringes on, man.
Them the worst niggas that we meet. You notice that, right?
Right.
All the shit that, like we said, we would never think that we had to go into, like we said, you got Jake that's advocating eating pork. He had a couple months back, he had that one page, Hebrew Israelite Transformers or some shit like that. You know, you got Israelites pretty much trying to bring in the ways of the world into the truth, man. That's straight up wickedness, man.
Verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee.
And that's what this dude, he's hating the whole circumcision for bringing out clear edification on the subject of why you should not be consuming that abomination.
Oh, Pharisees, bro, that's not an insult. Like I said, Pharisee, all that means is just like the law keeper, right?
This is the point. Rebuke a wise man, correct a wise man, and he will love thee.
You know, so for these dudes to double down on the fact that you can eat this abominable food, right? That they don't find anything wrong with their actions.
though the scriptures have been brought out to bring clarity to it, shows that these dudes are unwise.
But like I said, the wisdom in that is beyond the scripture being a driving force on why you shouldn't do it. Science proves on why you shouldn't eat that, man.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you're destroying your body. That shit is not good for your flesh, man. For us. Because see, these heathen, they can eat shit like that and nothing happens to them. But we are designed different, man. All right, we are people of the Lord. So that's why it affects us differently than the other heathen. All right? That's why the heathen can eat fucking monkeys, sharks, and shit like that and not get fucked up. But let Jake do that shit, they die.
The fact that you gotta lace your food in Coca-Cola for 3 days,
It's no better.
that should tell you that you shouldn't be eating that shit.
Bro,
You gotta dilute it in Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola will melt the rust off your car. And you gonna soak your food in that shit?
Battery acid.
Nigga, you are tripping.
Got a couple.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 14 and verse 11. It says, the house of the wicked.
Slocky, I'm gonna make this point. Because hey, we did an experiment when I was in the world, me and my cousin. One of his dog's tooth fell out, or teeth fell out. We let that shit sit in a cup of Coca-Cola and it melted the tooth, man. And yet you wouldn't put that shit in your body, let alone soak food in it,
Yeah,
bro.
imagine what it's doing to your insides.
Go ahead, Slocky, bro.
This is Proverbs 14 and 11. It says, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown,
Right.
but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. All right,
Yeah, the house of the wicked. Hey, you niggas on the house of Saul, man. And it's proven you the house of Saul. But what was Saul? He was a rebellious nigga. And all his people that followed him were rebellious, man. Because when the Lord set up King David to be the next king over Israel, when he stripped that from Paul, you had all the people of the house of Saul coming up against King David, which is going against the Lord's anointing. Because when you go into King David, all right, when King Saul was seeking his life, King David was given multiple opportunities to touch Saul. He wouldn't do it because, like you said, it's not up to me to touch the Lord's anointed, man. And yet you got niggas trying to take out King David, man. So yeah, you niggas are the house of Saul, man. You are that wicked house, man.
And that house, is, the scriptures say, grew weaker and weaker, wax weaker and weaker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Psalm 127 verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
And pretty much, they're laboring in vain, because they're not seeking the Lord in sincerity and in truth, So that their house is going to be overthrown, like it says right here, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown. That's what that's it.
We read that first verse, Paul?
Psalm 127 verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
Right, so as we're coming into building this spiritual house, right, rebuilding that spiritual third temple, there's a foundation that we're building upon. So if you're not building upon the sure foundation, which is Yahweh Shai, evidently your foundation is not strong enough to have that house sustain against what we're about to come into.
Wow.
It's flawed. You ain't abide by the said measurements, and I can't remember
We're
what.
not building correctly.
Right. There's a specific word that construction workers use.
I get this last verse?
Go ahead.
This Proverbs 14 and 12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You bring that way.
That's pretty much the point, They pretty much feel as if they're correct, you see, but if they stay in that particular spirit, they'll be judged in the end.
Yeah, but like you said, man, that foundation, all right, it has to be started on Yahweh Shai, man. As you see, these niggas are claiming the names of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, but they're moving in the ways of Satan, though, man.
Yeah,
Because they're adverse to the Lord.
Even the wicked know the name of the
Exactly.
Lord.
The demons knew.
Yeah. Hey, every Israelite, every Jake that knows he's an Israelite ain't right, man.
Nah.
And
hell
that
no.
video is an example for all Israel to see, man.
That's right.
Just because you know you're an Israelite and you got the fringes on and all of that, don't mean that you're not right, man.
That's right.
Them niggas are wicked, man. For even allowing a video like that to circulate and go viral like that, man, shows you that them niggas ain't right in the spirit.
They're gonna double down on it.
Come on, man.
That's
Lord gonna destroy them niggas immediately, man. Don't be surprised to hear that fat nigga have a heart attack or something. Something happened to one of them niggas, man. Because we're in the time of judgment, and that's why when you read the scriptures, now you understand why the Lord said judgment must start at the house of Israel first.
And now we understand why the Lord said it twice. The main one, Jeremiah 11 and 14, he told you to pray not for these people.
Exactly.
These niggas need death, bro.
Right.
All right?
Scriptures tell us, by the scorner and the simple will be made wise, man.
Right.
So we see these things take place, when that judgment ultimately does take place, it's going to be made an example for all the other people out here who hadn't picked a side yet, man. You know, it's going to be you see that judgment and you get your mind right, or your heart is just hardened and you end up in the same seat.
Them niggas' hearts is hard.
No. I got this one, Solomon. This is Isaiah 28:16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone.
Right, a precious cornerstone, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Can you read it?
A sure foundation.
A sure foundation. Meaning that this foundation that we're building upon of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is sure. But we have to abide by the code in which we're to build upon that.
Right.
You can't just build on it any type of way. There's certain guidelines that we have to abide by, and if you don't abide by them, you're not building upon that foundation. It's faulty.
It says, he that believeth shall not make haste.
He that believeth shall not make haste, man. You can't make haste in these times. You can't make haste in any of our decision making. We have to know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is our rock, our salvation.
That's right. That's right.
But see, the type of mindset that you get from that is practiced now during this grace period, man. And niggas carrying themselves in whatever way that they feel like they're not practicing it.
Oh, man. So like I said, niggas like that lack zero, they lack integrity, man. You know? Because like here it is back in the ancient world, like I'm gonna bring up Eleazar again, man. He chose death rather than even to lie about eating pork, let alone actually doing it. And here it is, you niggas are broadcasting it for the whole world to see it. All right, and then you're gonna double down on it when brothers rebuke you for it, man. This is why the Lord told us, man, hey, pray not for these people. These niggas need death, and they're crying out for death, man.
Right. I got a precept.
All right,
You bring it out?
go ahead.
All right, this is Second Ezra, all right? Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 20. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 20, it says, for there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them, all right? And niggas hate the law, man. It says,
They hate the order.
they hate the order, exactly. It says, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. All right, so there's been a set of orders and guidelines for us to abide by, for us to live and to avoid the punishment. All right, it says, verse 22. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. All right, and niggas actually think that the Lord made all these abominable foods clean. All right, niggas really think that you can eat pork, crab, lobster, shrimp, right? You know, it says, verse 23, and deceive themselves by their wicked deeds. You see, a lot of these niggas are under a strong delusion, right? Because the Spirit of the Lord ain't with you.
You gotta be a nut ass nigga to think that after the scriptures have made it plain and clear that you were actually doing right by yourself.
Right. Yeah, so and when we came into the truth, at least I know for myself, when I came into the truth and I found out that you couldn't eat pork no more, I gave that shit up cold turkey.
Bro,
It wasn't no, oh man, I gotta go back. No, that shit got dropped immediately.
bro,
man.
I found it. I thought eating pork in the world. I found that out. Hey, in the world, man, tripping. I ate a big ass plate of bacon that had heartburn for the whole day. So that let me know, okay, this shit ain't healthy, bro.
Right.
So that right there in itself, if you experiencing the health effects of that shit not being healthy, then you turn around and come to the truth and find out the Lord said don't eat it, then that should automatically cut you off from that immediately. Man.
Right. It says, 2 Ezra 7 and 22, nevertheless, they were not obedient. They were not obedient unto him.
Love y'all.
Love you too, brother. Shalom, my brother. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law they have despised, and denied his covenants. His statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. Right? And this is why niggas are in this destroyed state today, as you see.
Because like I said, man, the Lord is going to get with all you motherfuckers that's justifying that shit. And man, it's starting with that big fat nigga, man.
Right.
Because you got a lot of blood in your hands, man.
Right.
All right, from the little kids all the way up to the adults and that shit. Y'all should know better, man. I had a...
I just want to touch on that like.
Go ahead.
Back in 2nd Ezra 7,
You said one of Corinthians too?
and 2nd Ezra 7 in verse Salakia. 2nd Ezra 7 and 24, it says, but his law have they despised and denied his covenants. His statutes have they not been faithful.
Right, the set way of how we're to live, how we're to operate, they're not upholding that. They don't hold it in high regard.
It says, in his statutes have they not been faithful, and they have not performed his works.
Right, and their statutes have they not been faithful and not performed his works. As the scriptures tell us, faith without works is dead.
Yep.
Right, now when you look up that word faith in the Free Dictionary, it goes into a set of religious doctrine, belief in God or in a set of religious doctrine. And that's pretty much what these dudes are exercising, right? They're not exercising their belief in the teachings of the scriptures because, like I said, brothers brought out the scriptures that clearly explain that you cannot eat that.
Bro.
And niggas doubled down on it.
If you understand the shit that we went through just because of pork alone, how fucked up that was from Edomites to even bring that into our temple. That's how you know these niggas don't know they don't know the Bible. They don't read. All right? Because if you understood of how fucked up that made us as a people when that pork got introduced to the temple, you would know, okay, bro, I don't want nothing to do with that shit, bro. It's ceremoniously and it's not clean for you, bro. That in itself, the Lord said it. All right? Can you get that in Corinthians? Because, like I said, the new temple is us, the body, man. All right? So if the Edomites defiled the temple with pork back in the time of Antiochus, all right? Is it not doing the same thing now? That's why when you turn on everything, bro, it's pork on every goddamn commercial. You can't have a burger without pork. You can't have breakfast without pork. You can't have a meal without pork. Why is that?
Yeah.
Because it's conditioning you to think that shit is cool so you can disrespect the Lord.
Right. It's basically to keep Jake in sin.
Exactly.
This whole society was based off keeping the Israelites in sin and transgression.
Because that shit calcifies your pineal gland, which is one of the houses for your spirit. All right? When your pineal gland is calcified, bro, it inhibits you to think correctly when it comes to righteousness, man. Right. Your moral compass is compromised, all right, when you indulge and eat shit like that, man.
And that's evident you made that point. When you look up the word reprobate, one of the definitions of reprobate is unprincipled.
See?
When you go into that word unprincipled, it goes into lacking pretty much a moral compass, as you guys said.
Right, that's why niggas are savages.
Yeah.
That's why these 2/3 niggas brag about all types of abominable works. They don't really have any integrity, no moral compass. It's just they just like brute beasts.
And can I double down on that? Because I was listening to that little bugged out dude, that Yaki, going into the health and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he used to be a little gangbanging demon in the world. But he was like, when he changed his diet and stopped eating shit like the pork and started eating like the clean foods, it says his whole spirit changed, man.
Heavy.
He stopped, gangbanging. He stopped smoking, doing drugs and shit. His whole spirit changed. And he said, and to double down to prove that shit worked, he put his some of his homies on, and when they changed their diet up, they stopped being like that too. So it's a spiritual thing, man.
Exactly. That's heavy.
So Isaiah 3:9, the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
Right, so their actions are abominable, which shows their spirits abominable, man. Because how, as it says, as a man thinketh, so that he is. So if your thoughts are abominable, if your spirit is sick, it's going to show forth on how you walk, man.
They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Yeah, they hide it not. And these niggas put that shit on the front street for the whole world to see the blatant disrespect that they're showing to the Lord, man. And then, like I said, had a nerve to Christian that Yahushua Day, man. That, man, you niggas are no worse than Edomites, man. Because Esau, that's in his nature to just blatantly disrespect the Lord. You are Israelites doing that, man.
Proclaiming the name of Yahweh.
The Lord's gonna kill you niggas. And there's no nice way to say that other than the Lord's gonna kill you niggas, because you deserve it. You niggas need death, man.
At least you repent. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 15. Can the brother hold this in the GNT? If any man, matter of fact, can the brother grab that for preach? Brother, grab the book.
No, I got something. I'm holding it.
Okay, that's a lot. 1 Corinthians 3 and 15. I'll grab it in the GNT.
I'm right here.
Okay. If any man's work shall, verse 16. Salaki. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and that